Welcome back. And as you can see, we're about to fight the four kings. And this is probably the 15th-ish time I was going to fight them. The reason for that is I was experimenting because a raw dagger, even with an enhancement or power within or fire, it just wasn't fast enough. And honestly, if you've ever fought in the Four Kings before, you probably know if you don't kill one fast enough, then more spawn, and then you're kind of left out and about. And as you can see, to get the first one down here, I've been using combustion. That's my primary go-to. I think the damage was in the range of like under 100. And as you can see, I'm using a dark hand to block the magic, and there's already another king here. But now he's dead, luckily. Sadly, the Four Kings is not just about learning the patterns, it's DPing them down fast. Yeah, it doesn't block all the magic damage, but it blocks enough. Also, because I had to abandon one of my rings, I'm using the green blossoms to attempt to help me. I also have a magic ring on that does magic protection. Or poise, I think. It might be the poise one. And that's probably my least favorite thing. There's no way to get out of this fast. He just chomps on you. But yeah, this is basically just a raw DPS fight, and with a dagger, you don't have the raw DPS. And even with power within, I mean, I know somebody out there is going to be like, yeah, you can, and they're going to go do it, and, you know, they're level 1 or whatever, but I'm talking for an average player. And I don't consider myself to be a supreme Dark Souls player. I'm just challenging myself to not use anything but daggers and pyromancies. And there's my body from before. That attack, the straightforward down attack, is probably the best one, because you can just walk around it. You don't even have to roll. And that comes either in a 1 or a 2, and I usually think it's going to be a 1. Yeah, I took a risk there, and also got lucky. There were literally 3 of these guys on there. So I don't think the kings are bad, it's just when there's 5 of them. And I've actually had that happen to me on like 3 of these runs, because I couldn't DPS fast enough. And that's it. Right now there's 3. And not being able to DPS is, I don't know, there's no words to explain it. I think the worst thing about it is, well, in this case, where you just run up on guys over and over and over, and this is why you need the DPS to go fast. But I think the worst thing about it is they try to balance the daggers by giving them a bleed effect, and a bunch of the bosses don't have any bleed. And it's kind of, I don't know. I guess it's good for PvP balance, but it's terrible for in-game balance. Or PvE balance. I don't like calling it PvE, because often the environment is its own thing, and then the enemies in the environment are another thing, but regardless of that. Oh, and I am now out of combustion, and I'm getting hit. This is where I got really, 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 really nervous. Because all I have left is my dagger. And you'll see how bad it can be. The Dark Hand is honestly a godsend for me. I want to make note that I have never leveled my strength. So I still have 9 strength, which is why I'm having to use the Dark Hand. for magic protection. A lot of people would be like, that's just stupid, but it was a little challenge to myself. I mean, I'm gonna be honest and say, yeah, I could have leveled it and done all kind of mess like that, but I think it's kind of fun to challenge yourself in a game like Dark Souls, where you have to, 45 damage each hit. Terrible. Doesn't make the game unnecessarily hard? I don't think so. A lot of it is, I guess, learning the where the attacks are, what the timing is, and then going in and seeing how many attacks you can get away with. Which is why a lot of these guys are, you know, they do the SL1 runs, the soul level 1. Yeah, there are 4 of these guys now. Oh, maybe it's 4. Maybe 4 is the cap. But it feels like there's 5. Because you try to roll somewhere and then these guys are just all over the place. And you can only do 45 damage in this case. That hurts. And it's too hard to, like, keep your eye out on everything, which is why I just got hit. It seems like the attack patterns are not random, but it seems like 3 of them tend to sit back as one of them is the primary attack. And if you go after the wrong one, it's just a bad day. As you can see, we're getting down to 2 Estus flasks. This is pretty nerve-wracking for me. Actually, I was about to win one time and I got hit by one of these, and there was actually 2, and I was lucky enough that they hit at the same time. Yeah, see, it seems like the 3 back off, and then there's 1. This isn't the 1, I'm just going after him because he's singled out. And when you're at this point with 4 kings, where you need to, like, choose to either put one down or just DPS them when you can. DPS them when you can. That is my honest to God advice, because when there's 4, you're not going to get one down unless you can put out serious damage, and if you can already do that, you probably won't be in this situation. And I'm lucky for you. Happy? I'm happy for you. I'm lucky for you. That sounds retarded. No Estus flask. Very little life left. And I'm just hoping that I get through it. Yeah, the bleed effect would be amazing on this. Oh, so close. And that's the fight. I mean, obviously, it was stress-inducing, and it took almost 10 minutes. So, it was basically a war. But, I hope you liked it, guys. And I hope it gives you some advice if you have a dagger. Basically, don't use it. Use pyromancies. And probably do more attunements than I did. But you can do it, regardless. So, I'll catch you next time.